So tonight they showed the BGC Redemption special, and it was pretty interesting. They started off with Camilla, and she talks about how Natalie was like talking bad about me and stuff like that, and I never heard Natalie say anything bad. Plus, we were like genuine friends. It was a little confusing because a couple other people were saying it, but I knew from the beginning that they were going to try to split us up. So, that being said, I really wasn't paying any mind to it. Plus, Natalie and I have known each other for years, like 5 years, I guess. And we did a party in Atlanta together, like we hosted before. And of course, I talked to her on BGC 11 when Mimi was like going crazy and stuff. I was like, Natalie, this happened, and all this other stuff. Like, we've been knowing each other. So for us to come in the house, they're trying to say we're fake friends and we don't know each other. There's a flyer up from me and her October 2010 or something. Like, we've been knowing each other. Okay, so moving along. Next is Rocky. Of course, she wants to play victim, blah blah. Like, yeah, it's upsetting. Like, anytime a parent or anybody you love passes away, but like, seriously, you are a bully this season, and like, you want to cry about other things so people think you're the victim once again, and like, that's not how it went down. Like, you clearly see in her clip, like halfway through after crying about her dad and her other dad, she it like goes to me, and I'm like, oh, you guys want to throw water on me when we're in bed? She was like, and she tries to tell me later on that I wasn't in bed. You clearly see me and Judy laying in bed at night with like a blanket on and everything, and she throws water. Like, you guys think like we're gonna go to the club the next day and y'all are gonna come home and cook in peace 24 hours later? Like, no, I'm awake today. Like, y'all want to throw water? Like, I'm awake. Let's throw some water. And of course, they can't handle it. I'm throwing water, and then they've been stealing my stuff, ruining my stuff, doing all this stuff. And as soon as, some $10 makeup gets messed up, then you want to like pull people by the hair, do this, that, and the other. Like, you should be sent home clearly, because who does that? Like, why do you keep pulling my hair out? It's getting annoying. So next they show me, and you saw me and Natalie outside doing our little Titanic scene. I was actually wearing, I think, Julie's necklace we found on the counter. It had like a heart or something, so we were doing the whole Titanic sapphire drawing thing. And I'm like goofy, funny, so that's why I was like, oh, let's do some Pilates. I'm like lifting my leg. Like, it's just all fun. Like, me and Natalie had a lot of fun together. And a lot of people said our relationship was one sided. It really wasn't. Like, Natalie would get me food all the time. Like, she always asked how I was. Like, she really is a nice person, and I don't think it's going to be portrayed that way. But she is a good friend, and she is really nice. And she was really nice in this house until, of course, they kept pushing us and pushing us to where it was like, no, like, we can't take it anymore. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Like, it's like taking the whole kindness for weakness. Like, just because I'm being nice and I'm not arguing with you and stuff, like, it's just not worth my time. Like, everybody knows I'll fight. Everybody knows to stand up for myself. I just don't want to argue every day. But y'all want to pick on me, like, I'm going to eventually snap. And you saw a little bit of that tonight with Rocky, because I had been picked on for weeks and weeks. And you'll see it again later on the show. So next they saw Judy, and she's so funny. Like, her talking to the plant was like the funniest thing ever. It's like, no, Judy, let me go. Like, that was hilarious. I remember one night me and Natalie were like looking out the window at Judy, and this is before we became close to her. She was outside doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and we were really looking out the window, and I'm like, can you like turn the volume up? I can't hear anything. Can you change the channel? Like, this is boring. They keep playing the same stuff. But I love Judy. She's a really good friend of mine, and she's a genuine person. She's a good friend, despite what Julie says, and she is very loyal, as you guys can see, and you saw it on Battle. You'll see it again on this season. And to this day, after the show being over, Judy is a good friend of mine, and she is a loyal person. Oh, it was really funny when we were in the closet. First off, all Judy's fights, I was side by side with her. Like, she doesn't like to fight. She doesn't fight, whatever. And she tells Red, like, she's a star, I'm a star, we don't know who you are. Like, it was the funniest thing ever, and it was so stupid because Red kept saying, like, Judy, you're a thief, I don't want you in my closet, for taking a cigarette and a pair of, what, eyelashes or something? Like, what are you talking about? Like, Red was on probation for stealing, and you're talking about Judy's a thief. Like, Judy would never be a thief. And then y'all want to talk about a cigarette and eyelashes. Like, bitches in that house were stealing my real shit. They were stealing my shoes. They were stealing my clothes. So please don't come over here with this, oh, she's a thief, whatever. Bitch, please. Like, no. All right, Danni. I really like Danni. We didn't start off too close in the beginning, but I got to know her and I really, really like her. She's fun to be around. Julie talking about redemption and stuff like that. You clearly saw from the clips, like she was a drunken mess the entire time, like falling over, doing her stupid little dance. I had to see that stupid dance for 2 months. It was getting very annoying. Like you're a sloppy, messy drunk. Okay, what are you redeeming? I have no idea. I mean, maybe because you're not like just the master manipulator this time, but you made an ass of yourself. Okay, next, Jada. I watched season 12. Jada was alright on her season, but like in this house, no, not at all. Do not like her. She's a thief. She's bipolar. It's weird because I feel bad for her. It's like she wants to be accepted. Like I really liked her at first, but like she snaps in a complete second. She thinks everybody's out to get her, but then like when her own friends or supposed friends like talk bad about her, she finds out, and then they like take it back when she clearly hears it with her own ears, and yet she trusts them. Like she just wants so bad to be accepted. Like I can't deal with her. And Red. I don't think Red is genuinely a bad person. Do I think she's a bully? Yes. She bullied Judy. She bullied Jada on her season. There was like one time which she was like following me around with a black and mild. Like she kept going to one side of me and I'm like, what are you doing? Get away from me, like you're giving me secondhand smoke. And I like what like who does that? Like she was literally following me all over the place and like it was like a joke. It was so stupid. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in the water. Let me get away from her because then she ain't gonna follow me in the pool climbing across the damn little waterfall of the pool. Like, she was following me everywhere. Like, what are you doing? Like, you look ridiculous. So then it's Natalie's turn, or well, Natalie's up, and Rocky's saying how Natalie's fake. First off, I clearly remember Rocky trying to be Natalie's friend, and like, no, her being nice was not her being fake. She's a different person. She's trying to be a different person. Like, she really is a nice person in real life. So for you saying like she's being nice and stuff being fake, like no, she's changing her ways. She's being a better person, and she really does want to be nice. Like it's not being fake. So it's funny earlier when Judy's in the closet and Red's going after. She's like, nobody really has my back. I was side by side with Judy every single fight, as I mentioned. And as soon as you see Rocky and Red come into the phone room, like mad, whatever, Judy takes off. Ain't even nothing happened yet. Judy takes off. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, Judy, ain't even nothing happened. So I'm on the floor. I'm like pushing Rocky's butt away from me so she don't fall over on top of me. Of course, a crazy fight goes down. And, the moment of truth where everybody was saying whatever happened. And Natalie did get jumped. You guys clearly see it. It's kind of hard because, like, back and forth and the clips move so fast, whatever. But I even said, bullies are jumping, bullies are jumping. Like, okay, Rocky started the fight, yes. And then Red jumped in. Like, Natalie's head was down. Rocky's, like, punching her in the head, holding her hair. Red's behind her, like, hit her in the back a couple times, even kicked her in the stomach, whatever. And, like, I think somebody on Twitter was like, oh, she can't, Sarah's lying because Red can't kick, whatever, because she's too big. No, and keep in mind, when somebody's pulling your hair and punching you in the head, you're extremely low to the ground. It's not like you're standing wide up and she's doing, like, a high kick, whatever, in the stomach. Like, no, she's basically a foot away from the ground. So, yes, they did jump her. I was screaming it. It lasted for minutes, and they know they were jumping. You can't say you didn't. I was screaming. I was like, they're jumping, they're jumping, they're jumping. So for you to say, oh, no, it was one fight, then the other, or I didn't know, like, yeah, y'all both knew. Everybody saw it. I had, like, an eagle eye view because I was standing in the phone room, and that's what happened. So next week will be interesting. It's the actual premiere, and I'm going to DC this week. I'm filming a show with Natalie. I believe Judy's coming, plus a couple other girls are going to stop by as like celebrity guests, whatever. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited. And I hope you guys like the preview sneak peeks of this season. I think it's going to be a good season, and I will see you guys next week.